Hey, welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I am your host, an artist for DC Comics for more than 20 years, and nothing but a humble ink and superhero merchant. And I want to talk to you today about the series that I'm working on right now, which is called Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. I don't know, I like this logo. It's very Christmassy. Look at this. I think I was actually drawing this last Christmas when I gave you my heart. All right, and this is issue number 12. It's $2.99. We're still very inexpensive, where other people are $3.99. We're $2.99. Written by Robert Venditti, drawn by me, Ethan Van Sciver, colorist Jason Wright, who's one of my favorites. Now, on the cover here, we've got Larfleeze, and this is a very mean-looking version of Larfleeze. I co-created Larfleeze with Jeff Johns back in Green Lantern number 25, I believe. He was going to be the leader of the Orange Lanterns, and then there were going to be many Orange Lanterns, but Jeff kind of changed that and made it so that there's really only one, because since it's about avarice, it would all be about kind of accumulation, and there would only be room for one ultimately greedy creature, and here he is, Larfleeze. Jeff used to call him Agent Orange, yeah, I don't know if that's stuck or not. All right, so here is Hal, and here's Guy. Here is White Lantern, Kyle Rayner, who I really can't stand White Lanterns. I wanted that suit changed ASAP, and I did get my way 5 issues later. Here is John Stewart, and they're all trying to wrestle this this bottle. It looks like Kandor away from Larfleeze. So let's open the book and see what's up. Right away, you're struck by a very cruel looking Larfleeze, and behind him, one of my favorites. I love drawing Brainiac. I got a bunch of let's see, I do have the Brainiac action figure. Let me see. Yeah. So we got the Superpowers Brainiac action figure from the 1980s. Comic is slipping out. Oh, well, that's a good thing then. Yeah, with Kung Fu Kick. This is, I think, the best version of Brainiac. I really do like him. I think he's just a terrific design. I like his kind of skeletal, robotic appearance. He's creepy. He's got a nice metal brain. I basically was thrilled that DC was starting to bring him back and use him a little bit more. I got to draw him in Convergence number 0 that we already talked about, and then he appeared here too. By the way, so the first 5 pages of this were previewed online when it was about to ship, like a week before it comes out. Oftentimes, the internet will have a 5-page preview of an upcoming book. And I got a message from Pete Tomasi on Twitter that said, "Hey, can we talk on the phone?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, so he called me up, and he's just like, "Is that Robot Brainiac in your book?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, and he cursed, and he said, I was going to premiere Brainiac and Superman. I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. And I hope that worked out well. But I think we got to him first, and that's the way it goes. With great characters like this, you want to be the first one to grab them. Larfleeze is making these Orange Lantern construct creatures here, and he's holding his power battery. Oh, and this was something else that I wanted to do, and I don't know if I draw more Larfleeze, I will do it. But just hands grabbing, like what would Larfleeze's constructs be? I mean, basically, he would just have grabbing orange hands all around, taking things. Look at my hand, grabbing things. That's what Larfleeze would do. Even though I created him, I didn't get to work on him very much. I don't know. It's weird that way. So here are all these constructs, and this was one of these crazy pages that is just, it's a lot on it. It's tough to do. It takes a long time. You have the Yellow Lanterns teaming up with the Green Lanterns here, and they're starting to build a cage around themselves to protect themselves from these Orange Lantern constructs. That's a lot to do, and I think I pulled it off okay. In the meantime, I guess the bottle has broken. Is this? Oh, this is Tomar-Re's little shrunken city here, and he's protecting it with a construct bubble, so that I guess the atmosphere. I don't know. Nothing bad happens to this fragile little city. Oh no, and he says if the miniaturation is undone here underground, yeah, it's going to be a bad scene. Really, this is good. I'm proud of myself for this. Uh, Anytime you get to draw Guy, it's fun. You know, here's a guy he's got this rabid thing busting through the chain link construct fence he's created. Chain link fence. It's like he doesn't really care that much. You know, he's like, if it gets through, it gets through, and he just wants to punch something. Great. Oh, look at this. 2-page spread of both Lantern Corps working together here. Yeah, God bless Robert Venditti for letting me draw things like this. We've got Goran's son in 2/6. Good shot of Guy. There's Vox back here, who's one of my favorites. I use Vox as often as I can. And, Chase-Alon too. I always tell, Robert says, what lanterns do you want to use? I said, Chase-Alon. Like, whatever, even though I think Chase-Alon's dead, whatever his brother is here, his replacement. Got Aricia, and Stell, and there's a little badge back there, Kilowog. And then these great lanterns that Robert created with Rafa Sandoval. Space Ape is probably the most popular. He's a gigantic ape. I think he grows. And I don't remember all of their names. I don't. But here again is, Saranic with her, even though she's got a nice, frontal region here, it's zipped up. We talked about that in the last video I made, Sex in the Sinestro Corps. Originally every artist was drawing her like Catwoman. This was zipped down and you could see a nice amount of cleavage. DC has put a stop to that. I mean, when female characters aren't meant to be sexualized, they shouldn't be. And sexiness and showing a lot of skin is not something that Saranic Natu is about. She's a doctor, so let's give her some respect and zip her up. Catwoman, Poison Ivy, illicit track. I mean, these are characters who are deliberately sexual, and their sexiness is part of their character. So go ahead and show a little cleavage on them, I guess. Here we go. Here's Hal and White Lantern Kyle, and the Guardians. Look at this. I started just going. I think when I started drawing this, I was like, oh, they're in this dark area of space. What is all this inky glop all over Kyle's face? Ugh. That's I didn't follow through with that, and I'm going so fast when I'm drawing these books that I don't know. It's like I wish I could control quality a little bit more. I mean, that's effed up. But this nice Hal Jordan smirk isn't. And again, this is what we call a guitar solo for Jason Wright, where they're describing a special effect that's being caused in the world around them as they fly. In the old days, you would have to find a way to draw that. Jack Kirby would certainly find some Kirby dot kind of way to make that sing. But when you have a colorist like Jason Wright, I would just draw the figures in and just tell him, hey, go to town. It looks way better. It looks more natural. Back to the scene, we've got Guy Gardner dressed up like a riot cop, and they're all fighting these a plethora of Orange Lantern constructs. Saranic jabs one through the head. That's not what a doctor normally does. And John Stewart swings a big gigantic war ball and chain from Dungeons and Dragons, a big one, and plows through all these guys. In the meantime, it breaks some bottles. I guess this is Larfleeze's collection here, and these interesting little creatures escape that Larfleeze has collected. That's pretty cute. I mean, looking at him, he's like, oh, hey. He's just, I don't know. He looks like a friend. He looks like someone that you would perch on your shoulder and you take around town. I wouldn't want to lose him, but Larfleeze has lost him. And look, they're all getting away. Larfleeze is like, oh no, my collection. Good shot here of Kilowog just swinging. When they say a construct kind of club, you have to think about what a club means to Kilowog because he's an alien. So on Kilowog's world, what kind of weapon would be used for blunt force trauma? Like, this is something that would be, you have to invent something really quick. Like, that would be the equivalent of like a baseball bat on Kilowog's world. It's what he knows in his mind. And you can't just draw, if you draw just a regular baseball bat, you failed, because these people don't care about Earth things. They care about their own customs. Here's Vox looking pretty cute. You got Chaselon being cute back here. I love these characters. They are cute. This is funny. This was actually supposed to be page 1. Okay, so page 1 was, just a shot of Larfleeze being pissed off and making all kinds of crazy constructs, and then, Brainiac lurking behind him dumbly. And I started this way. I drew this, okay, and this wouldn't have been a panel here, and I would have drawn constructs maybe all down here, kind of, and there's Brainiac, and I went, oh, I really like his jaw and what it's doing here. It's very goat-like, and I see I see Larfleeze as kind of a goat, and I put it aside. I went, this isn't right. I need to do a full figure. I need to see all of Larfleeze, and we need more room to draw bigger constructs. So I put this aside. Half-finished kind of image, and found a way to use it later. That's called recycling. I went, oh yeah, well, they need him screaming here and, talking to Brainiac. Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll take this, I'll kind of fix this and make it into panel 2, which worked perfectly. This might be one of my favorite drawings of Saranic Natu that I've done. I don't know. She's got her army behind her. I like her though. She's very peaceful and calm. She's very Sinestro-like. She's her father's daughter, no doubt. And, look at this. In the opening credits to Comic Artist Pro Secrets, here is the panel that's being drawn. That's of interest. And you've got Larfleeze here, throwing a fit. Guy Gardner just doesn't care. Look at this, swinging a bat, and then the bat construct is over here just breaking things, throwing a bowling ball, smashing up all the bottles that contain his collection. And then look at this. Here's the gag that Rob Venditti threw in. Here's a bottle. You want to know what happened to Twilight Lobo? He's right in there. Like, he's about to break it and free Twilight Lobo, and suddenly a green construct hand says, nope, not that one. And yeah, Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner are just like, yeah, we're. He's like, let me out of here. No. Trust me, it's better to leave him on the shelf. And with that, say goodbye to Twilight Lobo. He didn't work out. We're acknowledging it. We're putting him away. You'll never see him again, unless there's a good reason. Yeah. Look at a temperamental face on Guy here. Oh, and it's Metaphil. I put Metaphil in there, even though I think he's colored wrong. I didn't fix that, but let's put these old timers in the league. They're still there. Big team up shot. Here are all our boys together again, all 4 of them. This is almost perfect in terms of content, except he's a White Lantern. Gotta fix that. Gotta make him one of the cops. All right, let's see. And oh, this copy's all beat up. This must have been my reading copy for reference. Yeah, it's a nice 2-page spread. Let's use the length of the 2-page spread to show the war ball smashing things. Why are these yellow? Oh, I guess a Yellow Lantern is firing these kind of X-Acto knives. I don't know why. Huh. I thought that was Kyle Rayner doing that, and I should have caught that and made them green. Oh, no, he's using Fear. Oh, I got it. He's a White Lantern, and he's using yellow. Okay, got it. I forgot he was a White Lantern, and I just mentioned it a page ago. Hal's breaking up all the bottles, letting more little cute creatures escape. And look, Larfleeze has had it. And he's yelling at Brainiac, and look at Brainiac. He's like, hee 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 hee. No, Brainiac's not like hee hee, but he looks like he is. He's like, what do you want me to do about it? And Larfleeze just rips his head open. I get to draw this kind of thing a lot. Robert always asks me to draw people getting split open, which I appreciate. And, I'm sorry, but even though he's destroyed Robot Brainiac, or this version of Robot Brainiac, it doesn't matter, because Larfleeze will just make a construct of you that you are now permanently in his service. and they leave. And Guy says, hey, you come back here. And they go, nah, let him go. Hell with it. In the meantime, this is a really good panel. I like these. I like quiet panels like this, where you have some introspection. You've got Tomar too, and he's protecting his city. Yeah, keep that bubble intact. You've got more creatures who have grown back to their normal size from Larfleeze's collection, and they're running away. And then, oh yeah, what a great panel here. Just draw a circle and some stuff on it. There you go. And he's let him go, and the city has grown back. Yay! And this is this is Tomar 2's mom. Look at her. That's his mom. Like, imagine growing up with that. She's like, eh. He's like, look, mom, I'm a superhero. She's like, whatever. Yeah. Oh, this is good body language here. I like that. Go fix things with your mom, says Hal, and he does. Yeah, look at this. We see for the first time now, there's an alliance that's being formed between John Stewart and Saranac Natu. So the Green Lanterns and the Yellow Lanterns are going to become one core. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good stuff. These guys are like, what? We're going to do what now? Great. Just a fun issue. What a fun issue. It's so fun working on this book. Fun, fun, fun. This is the thing about what comics are meant to be. I mean, you've got... you've got all these wonderful characters to draw. You've got two big villains with Larfleeze and Brainiac, and you've got a surprise ending here that's going to lead to some really, really great stories with the Green Lanterns trying to work with this kind of Sinestro Corps that's under the leadership and guidance of Sinestro's daughter, Saranac Natu. She's a far different woman, we believe, at this point, than her father is. And so... hey, maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't, but let's try it. Compromise. This is like me. This is me, and this is like SJWs. I'm like, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And this is you guys. What are you doing? Thank you so much for joining me for this secret commentary of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 12. I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, get out today. Go out and... go to your local comic shop and buy some comics. Certainly buy Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Any issue will do if you see it. But also, try out some new titles. And tell me on Twitter which ones that you liked. Please hit like on this video. It helps my channel. And also subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell for notifications. And, leave me your comments. Tell me what you think, what you thought. And any ideas for videos that you'd like to see from this channel. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.